Hey everyone, welcome back to Grand Mountain Adventure Wonderlands. I'm Insetic, with me on this set is Blankchester.
Hey kids, how's it going?
And Turo.
Yes.
We're headed to Mount Fairview in Canada.
Woo!
That's right, we're finally crossing the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, we're finally going to the Great White Beyond.
Yeah.
But it's by Wreck River. That sounds pretty
Sounds
extreme.
like we're going to be headed towards the light.
Has anyone ever survived a trip down Wreck River?
I thought you were going to say, has anyone ever survived a trip to Canada?
I know
Well,
some
that too.
people who have almost survived, so I figure some people probably have.
Okay.
It takes immense willpower to survive a trip to Canada.
I mean, like, I don't know anybody who has survived, but I'm sure someone, it's like, a lot of people got real close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really close.
Lost a lot of good people that way.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of shame.
Anyway, this is kind of cool. This area is, I guess, defined by being a bit more like, I don't know, intentionally set up and designed and, I guess, groomed is the word, even though I don't. But it's gonna have, several of these, like, racetracks and such. So it looks just natural and more
formalized.
More formalized, yeah.
Like it's
That's
the
cool.
Grand Mountain Cup Super G.
I remember that this episode and the next one, I woke up at like 2 in the morning and I was not getting back to bed, and so I decided to record, and that's why you'll see in a rare form I'm actually better at racing than tricking
Whoa.
in this one.
I
Yeah.
thought you were gonna say you were either gonna say that you were really bad or really good.
I don't know.
Sounds like
dark,
both.
Dark
Yeah.
Insetic,
Yeah.
werewolf
Yeah.
Insetic
Yeah. Inside
showed up
glass.
who can get golds first try on like racing tracks, but then on tricking tracks it's like
just eat
bronze
shit.
is the best I'm gonna do. Normally it's the other way around,
Yeah.
Yeah.
How can
I
you do in the
thrive
Fellowship
when
Challenge?
doing spins and flips.
Evil Insetic pushes sick tricks and gets fucking glued together.
Yes.
Yeah. Gets
No, yeah,
Gets
I mean
hard.
that's probably the best you could do.
Okay.
hardens. Gets harder.
He hardens and hardens. He fucking hardens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
As
you could be
opposed-
like, he gets flabbier.
Yeah.
No,
That would be
that's
the literal
regular me.
interpretation of ripped.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Isn't that what you mean when you say gets fucking ripped?
Yeah. It's the metaphorical interpretation, but you went
Damn.
with the literal gets torn apart, gets torn asunder.
Yeah, which is...
That was your original interpretation.
That would be a crazy thing for
yeah.
an LPer to make his gimmick, right? Like, there's the Gene Stuff Gamer. What about the guy who gets torn apart at the end of every video?
Right. Every like review or whatever, he's being stalked by some creature. And
Yeah,
at
like
the end of it, the creature catches up to him and tears him apart.
Yeah,
I mean,
and
that's-
like you know how like Alice Cooper at Alice Cooper concerts will get like sawed in half with the special effects on stage. It's kind of like that, but like at the end of every YouTube video.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically alternate universe Civi 11. So, I mean...
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. Civi gets shocked and stuff, right? Like, but I'm
he
saying,
gets like
and,
flayed, sent
and
to
it's
the
not
clown
like-
room.
but you don't see it. I'm saying it's like you know that scene from The Revenant? Like
I can imagine.
a unique scene like that every video. It'll be like 20 minutes of like playing some game and then like 30 minutes of him being brutally mauled by an animal.
Oh.
Different animals, and it's like, whoa. Like, the effects here are crazy. The only reason people are like okay with it is because he comes back completely unharmed in the next video, and you're like, okay, I guess it was special effects until his last video, at which point people go,
Was this one real?
I'm
was that
gonna
one
assume
real?
he just like retired or something.
right? But he didn't say anything, and
The camera footage was like a lot shakier this time.
I mean, who edited this?
It was at the end of a live stream that only stopped when, like, his internet went out, maybe.
Yeah, it kept going.
It was
for
like a
another
10-hour
4
live
days.
stream where he was dead, presumably for like 8 hours of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
them's the breaks.
And then
Speaking of
there'll
bears,
still be people. Yeah.
Holy shit!
Oh yeah, speaking of bears, I'm watching
Versus going to
this one
fucking
just
town.
Look at these
run
people
around.
just kind of like, excuse me, to the bears.
Oh
The
my
bear's
God.
hunting that dude down.
Yeah, this is the Revenant.
I would love to see that bear pull a trick.
Yeah, do a 540 rodeo.
Yeah. It was what, Tekken, where there was like a bear character or something?
Yeah.
We need like extremes. I feel like there is one, but I can't think of what it would be. Where
I
there's
feel
like a
like-
bear character. Probably like 1080 Avalanche.
Yeah,
or
1080
something.
Avalanche was the one with the animals, right?
Yeah, I think so. Not Steez. We're not talking about Steez.
Oh yeah, not
Right,
about season.
Steez is a penguin, but
Yeah.
1080 Avalanche definitely
He's a
had some like
flippin' penguin.
unlockable skins.
Yeah. Well, okay. We managed to get all the way through that previous event without mentioning that I believe that lift was called Chipmunk T-Bar.
You know what? That didn't even occur to me actually.
I see the word chipmunk and I have like, what's the mental equivalent of an allergic reaction?
I
I guess that's
thought
just
you were
called
gonna
getting
say-
triggered.
Would you say
Yeah.
your cheeks go puffy?
I think I break out in hives, like actual hives,
Yeah.
across my arms, and I do also feel an urge to stuff nuts in my mouth.
Well, I mean that's
Yeah.
always for me.
I start to grow like chipmunk hair on my arms.
And like a tiny little cute tail.
Right.
Yeah, like a bushy
Yeah.
little tail.
Yeah. Sorry, talking about growing a tail, I just can't, I keep circling back to this. Every few weeks I think about this. You know, in the first Harry Potter book, Hagrid, like, sees that Dudley is eating Harry's cake that he brought, and so he just deforms the child. He casts a spell on him that puts a tail on him, and then just doesn't remove it, and then we find out later, I think it's in the second book, we find out that he had the tail surgically removed. So, Hagrid just saw an 11-year-old boy, admittedly being a little bit greedy, and thought,
Tail.
better deform that child.
Yeah. I'm gonna fuck this kid's shit up.
Yeah.
I mean, like, yeah, in the Harry Potter universe, they could just do stuff like that and revert it back, and Hagrid just forgot to revert it back.
I don't think he forgot. I think he just didn't care.
Whoa.
Damn.
I mean, I don't think we were supposed to care either.
Well, yeah, Dudley, he's like fat
He's
and
not
stupid,
important.
and that's already bad enough.
Yeah, that's certainly to Joanne, being fat is itself a crime. So,
Right.
I mean, it's just once it was framed that way for me, I just started thinking about it that way, and I was like, holy shit, he really just deforms a child.
I mean, wouldn't
Yeah.
you?
No,
Well, I guess
I think that's what I'm implicitly saying. I wouldn't
I guess we would have to disagree on that matter.
agree to disagree.
Yeah.
I guess that's a new question on the ethics exam. If you had
yeah.
wizard powers and you
Would
saw
you
a
deform
stupid
children?
child being stupid in front of you, would you
Yeah. A
permanently
stupid
deform
fat
that child?
bitch.
Yeah, it's like the fucking trolley problem, but the fat kid
God.
problem. You see a fat
Yeah.
kid, do you deform him? That's the scenario.
That's it. That's the entire.
That's the whole thing. It's like, what is this fat kid doing? Why are we? What does it matter that he's fat? Like, what do you mean? Why does it matter? That's what the whole thing hinges on.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I said agree to disagree a second ago, and I gotta ask, what is disagreeing to agree?
You know, I was also just kind of thinking about that.
Yeah, right?
Wouldn't that be
It's
a
when
concurring
you-
opinion?
It's
I think-
when you agree with someone, but you don't like that you agree
Yeah.
with them. So, Or, well,
Okay.
actually...
Well, no, I think a concurring opinion, like in the Supreme Court, right? Like,
Yeah.
a concurring opinion is where you agree with the ruling that happened, but you
for a
don't
different
agree with the
reason.
reasoning.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess that's
Whoa.
right. Two
disagreeing
people
to agree.
agree with something, but not for the same reasoning. Yeah, like you said.
Yeah, like, I think we should go buy groceries, and you think we should go buy groceries, and you think that because our pantry is empty, and I think that because World War III is about to happen.
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
like...
I
we're both-
don't think World War III is about to happen. I
Right,
think
like-
you're being a paranoid nut job.
Right, you're
But
like,
also I
okay,
am
you
hungry.
are correct that we need more food, but your reasoning to get there is complete nonsense.
Right.
That would
I
be
worry for
disagreeing to agree. You don't have to worry.
I
You
will.
can just hate the person. I know I do.
What if that guy was the judge? That guy that you just like ran full speed into.
No more cup.
But then what are you doing right now?
They'll have to find a backup judge. I mean, how hard is it to judge that this guy went down the hill faster?
Well,
Well, like, what if
I
you
think,
miss too many flags or something?
No, I think what's happening here now is you're proving to everyone else that you can do this, and therefore you should be the judge.
Right.
Oh,
That's
it's
also
like
why
the-
you beat up all those people along the way.
Yeah,
Those
you're
were
competing
other
to be the
potential-
judge.
You know, because sometimes people are like, you know, oh, you can't criticize that. You don't know how hard it is. Can you do that? Well, you're proving you can.
Yeah, I got gold while all these motherfuckers were in my way.
Exactly. So that's why
Get
you
off
should be the judge.
slope.
Yeah.
You started at the top and now you're here.
Yeah. Like that really good song.
Yeah.
Started at the top and now I'm here.
First name ever, last name greatest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that forever ago in a video.
Ever
I
greatest,
remember it
dude.
was like a Toxic Grind one. I kicked off with that, and
Yeah.
Bob was like, "What the fuck?"
Ever greatest. You know what?
Yeah.
It took me a while to come around on it, but
Yeah,
I'm,
it took
I'm on
you
your-
10 years.
It took me 10 fucking years to come around on it, but yeah, I'm down for it.
Yeah.
What's that dude doing?
Huh?
That,
I don't know,
that
there's
person
some-
walking
Oh.
with skis or something?
There's some music or something.
Yeah.
Shadows
can-
Trail.
You can walk and hold the skis.
Oh, I guess you're
Oh.
just going the wrong way.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. Okay.
I guess that's not the way to get up there.
Yeah, what? Wait, where's the next gate?
It's
So this is-
hard to
Trail.
see the lines on the ground here in this video.
This is a bizarre trail.
It's the Shadows Trail.
Yeah.
This was designed by Shadow the Hedgehog himself.
Shadow always does things the wrong, hard way.
Yeah.
Whoa. It's like a modern Fable, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A goofy and gutless Sonic
Yeah.
and Shadow.
Yeah.
Dude,
He
how
always
great
make-
would we... Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I was gonna say something much less funny.
Well, I don't know if yours might be... Mine, well, we'll see. You can say your thing if my thing is less funny. What if, like, in, like, 2,000-3,000 years, Sonic the Hedgehog characters are all, like, Aesop's fables? You know, like fairy tales that, like, we hand down to our children.
That's got... I mean, I'd be honored. That's some real lasting power, you know?
Right? Like, the characters go out of copyright, and then everybody just kind of tells morality plays about, you know...
Fan
about
fiction.
these characters. Yeah, but not just fan fiction. It's like short little stories about the characters interacting with each other and teaching a moral. You know?
Yeah, like instead of Tortoise and the Hare, it's...
Yes!
It's,
Hedgehog
Sonic-
and the...
Big the Cat and Sonic.
Yeah, it's just Sonic and Big is the name of the story.
Yeah.
And, like, Tails is there, and he's like, Sonic, don't take a nap. And then
Oh, but I
Big
ate too many
goes
chili
and fishes,
dogs.
and then he still
Sonic
finishes
is,
the race.
you know, yeah, Sonic's like, I gotta stop for my chili dogs, and he stops
just
for
fucking
too long, and Big
gorges
wins.
himself for 2
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah. And,
That's, you know, we never think about, like, oh, you know, what's gonna happen when characters who were, like, introduced in the 80s or 90s enter copyright. One, because it's just so far away. but two, like, I don't know. Maybe we're all just resigned that the world's gonna, like, end before then or so.
I mean, I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I would be able to do if SpongeBob became, like,
Public domain?
Yeah.
Public domain, yeah.
Yeah. I think I would just immediately explode.
When you said free use, I immediately thought of something different. The girls who know.
Haha, yeah.
Let's just say, it's not great. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, if SpongeBob became public domain...
Because that's what, like, in 60 years? Like, stuff from the 1920s is now
Life of the Author
plus
plus
domain, so
70 years.
No extensions happen, then, like, 65, 70 years from now, Sonic the Hedgehog hits public domain.
Maybe one of you knows this. I don't know the answer to this. I'm just asking. So, like, if I create a character... and then I sell the rights to the character. When would the copyright expire on that if they just didn't use the character? Like,
I don't know.
Death of the author plus whatever, but like Death of the Author is not relevant. I don't even own the rights to the character anymore.
Oh shit, Death of the... Yeah, so then Sonic is more than like 75 years away.
Death of the Author is a different thing. But in literal sense, it's
typically. Death. What did you say? You said Death of the
Life of the Author plus 70 years.
Yeah, right. Yes,
now.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yes.
It used to just be Life of the Author, and now, and of course, this is all Disney's doing. It was like Life of the Author plus 15 years or something, and then in like the 70s, they're like, you know what?
Can we make this 100 million
Let's
years?
pay off Congress and make it Life of the Author plus 70 years.
So it's like that, but then, like, trademarks are like, what, 20 years?
I don't know.
I don't fucking know.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe somebody in the comments will tell us how this works. But I don't know. How does,
Well, I'm a bit worried because I took a class on this. I'm supposed to know this.
I mean,
no, it's okay. Everything that I learned in college went out. Went in one eye and out the other.
It was a class that's actually important to my degree in my field.
Yeah, he just said everything he learned in college.
Yeah.
Like, he learned my middle name during our college years. He doesn't have a fucking clue what letter it starts with.
Like, I'm supposed to be studying for, like, my Principles of Engineering test, like, right now, and that's...
Oh, really?
That's going like shit. I mean, it did last year as well. I'm terrible at, wanting to sit down and
look at things.
Spend a hard time retaining knowledge.
Oh my god, yeah, Jesus.
Anyway, what was I getting at? Yeah, you could be like the guy who invented insulin and invent a character who's so important that you sell the rights for $1 or whatever.
So important to society that you have to sell the rights.
Yeah.
Yeah. This character must be
I'll say this.
Available to all.
I think if you made a character that was like that, I think you are inventing a religion. Right? I mean, like, normal characters are not so important to people. But if it was so important that this character needs to become a public good, I think you are talking about a religion, because no matter what this character does or says, it's apparently important enough that everybody needs it, right? So...
at least that's the hope.
Yo, do you think I could copyright God?
Probably not. I feel like someone has probably tried to.
But like...
Maybe your own version of it, but I mean...
Yeah.
Like, the Bible is older than Life of the Author plus
No, I don't
70
mean
years.
I don't mean the Judeo-Christian God. I don't mean the Abrahamic God. I mean just the concept of God itself. Timeless, spaceless, immaterial.
Religion.
Yeah, the timeless, spaceless, immaterial, disembodied mind. That's what I want.
If someone could have, they would have.
Yeah, I feel like the Scientology guys probably would have jumped all over that.
That's true. But I mean, Xenu's not any of those things. He's not timeless, spaceless, immaterial, disembodied.
Yeah,
actually, he's disembodied now. I think he is disembodied now.
So since they couldn't, you probably can't.
Yeah,
like,
but
sorry to shoot you down, but
yeah, well,
bang bang.
yeah, if any lawyers are watching and want to get in on this with me and think that we've got a real shot in some way, hit me up.
Yeah, it's just like hire a copyright lawyer to figure out like
Find
exactly
some
what
way.
you need to do to yeah.
I'm not trying to hurt people, by the way. I'm not going to use this for evil. I just think it would be real fun.
Oh.
I mean, it would be a little on the nose if an atheist copyrighted God and then stopped everyone from believing or something. I don't know what the fuck I would
That sounds like the
able to
plot
do.
of a Christian movie.
Yeah. So, like, I don't want to
that sounds
live
like
that
the plot
out.
of Ricky Gervais's next movie.
God, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's, I'm not
I can't believe that I had basically the same idea as Ricky Gervais. When
What do you
I
mean?
thought up the name
the
takers,
Yeah.
you know, and the invention of lying. It was weird.
Yeah.
I've never seen the invention of lying. I don't know if I'd even really heard of it, but just independently.
I'm pretty sure I was the one who told you about the movie in high school, but it was like it had just come out. So, like, I don't think you'd heard of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, he takes that movie in a very different direction. It's more comedic than.
Like mine.
Yours
would just
was
be
more like an intense action. Yeah.
Action, yeah.
Because, like, clearly,
Featuring the main guy, B.C. Parrish, who I then gave the name of to my cat when
It's
I
interesting-
was like, we're never gonna make this movie.
yeah, it's interesting that for a movie where the premise is you can take people's names by, like, just lying about it, it's really interesting that you still named your main character. My first instinct would be to
Parrish is
not
a sick
name the main
name.
character, but I would have made that like the bad guy's name or even a sidekick's name. But like the main
Probably
dude,
should have been
it would just
revealed
be-
that that's not his name at some point. Like he took.
yeah,
his
something
name.
like that, right? Like a reveal that like he actually doesn't have a name at all. You know?
Also, isn't this just the concept of mythical fae anyway?
What do you mean? No. Name take. No. There's nothing magic about this. This is more about. Can you explain it, Connor? It's.
Yeah. So the name takers was, you know, in my sick high school head was going to be like an action movie series in a society where like nobody lies, so except for this one main group, so they could say that they are someone else, and you know, like that other person would get in trouble. You know, so they could, like, just go around changing their names and get, you know, escaping the cops or whatever when they're doing whatever they need to do.
Yeah.
And I think that was
So, like,
pretty much it.
they walk in, and instead of robbing a bank with a gun, they can walk in and be like, my safety deposit, it's my safety deposit box because I'm John Smith. And they go, oh, welcome, John, without
Right,
any
and-
sort of check, because no one has ever lied about their name.
Right, and, like, the bad guy can do the same thing, but wants to do much more, like, world-conquering stuff. And
Now, this has
the
no
group
bearing.
wants to,
This
like,
has
stop
no
them.
bearing on the actual John Smith. John Smith. All that's gonna happen is he's gonna get to the bank and find his safety deposit box empty,
Right.
Be
What
like,
if his
oh,
life
what
savings
happened?
was in there?
and they'll be like, "You came and got your stuff," and then he'll be like, "I guess I,
remember,
did."
like, the opening scene was, like, the main group trying to get some information out of the government or something, and so they just, like, one of them says that they're the mayor,
yeah.
and,
Oh,
you know,
so like,
it
what
makes
if
no fucking sense, but in
Yeah,
my
like,
head it was gonna
surely
be super cool.
at least someone would have put eyes on the mayor and been
Yeah,
like,
no, they'd just be like, "How? Wow, you got a haircut, and a
you look
skin
different
change."
today.
Yeah.
huh?
It was
face
kind of
looks
like,
different.
it was gonna be kind of like, you know, Mission Impossible or something.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
know.
Like a spy thriller plus some action. B.C. Parrish.
Right,
taking
but
people's
the Name
names.
Takers has nothing compared to my magnum opus, Raptors on the Road.
Raptors on the Road was fucking fantastic.
Right.
I wish Raptors on the Road was real.
Does that have anything to do with the apocalyptic novel The Road? By
No.
Cornell?
It was an apocalypse, but it was a raptor
Not that
apocalypse.
kind. Yeah, not a. Yeah, it was an apocalypse where velociraptors were everywhere.
Oh,
Right, and then the sequel, Raptors on the Road 2, Raptors in a Ravine, and then the third movie would be Raptors on the Road 3, Raptors in a Rocket. Because at the end of movie 2, the last remnants of humanity escape Earth in a spaceship.
I'm pretty sure the original plot actually centered on a family, which is rather unusual for like a high intensity apocalypse movie. I mean, I guess, you know, for a more quiet, thoughtful experience, you usually see a family, but like
it was like John Cusack's 2012 before that movie came out.
Yes, but instead of glaciers and avalanches and fucking earthquakes and volcanoes and stuff, it'd be velociraptors. So it's like if 2012 met Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So it's Jurassic World.
Oh, also.
Right. I should be collecting Jurassic World royalties.
I did look it up. So the difference between a copyright and a trademark is a copyright protects original works such as art, and a trademark protects names, slogans, and logos and things like that. So
yeah,
I guess it's the difference between protecting like intellectual property in terms of art and like business.
Yeah, like I mean, trademark is more for protecting consumers' ability to discern the difference between different products. You know, so like you can have a copyright on a work itself, but if you name the work the same thing as something else, you know, like there's a movie that just came out, Asteroid City. So if I made a movie that's completely unrelated, but I named it Wes Anderson's Asteroid City,
that would probably not be.
That would probably trigger a trademark issue.
Yeah, and also trademarks do not expire. They are valid as long as they are continually in use.
Yeah.
So yeah, nothing to do with life or death of the author.
I thought there was something that maybe I'm thinking of. I thought there was something that just had like a 20 or 30 year.
That's copyright.
Like in medicine.
That would be a patent.
That's a patent.
Yeah,
yes.
patent.
Yeah. There we go. And that's for like invention.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you could patent a technique or that I guess would be more conceptual than artistic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's more in your court, you know, when you patent your new laughs.
Yeah. Well, no, those I think would fall under copyright.
Whoa.
Actually, now that I think about it, you also automatically secure your rights. You don't have to declare it. You just have the rights over your material. So I guess my laughs are copyrighted, and if somebody tried to steal my new laughs, I could sue them.
If you could sufficiently prove that they are yours, that they are your intellectual property.
Right.
Damn,
so
this is like a whole quiz. Like, what is
I have had to take quizzes on this,
trademarked?
which is why it's embarrassing I had to look this up.
Yeah,
no, it's okay. Once again, people like us, things go in one eye and out the other.
Yeah.
I'll say this right now. For anybody who's thinking about stealing my new laughs, I don't have any domain over text versions of those laughs. Mostly because I could not possibly be bothered to figure out how to spell them. So, if you want to steal them in text form, I'm just not going to prosecute. Until somebody pushes me over the edge.
Yeah. And then it'll come at you with a vengeance.
Yeah.
Alright, that was Grand Mountain Adventure. Join us next time for the last episode, actually. So,
oh boy.
See you then.